Welcome to our lesson on editing parts of a presentation. Let's have a look at the current presentation I have open here. If you have a look at this presentation, you'll notice that it's quite bland and boring. So we're going to try and add some interest to the presentation by formatting different sections of the presentation. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to change some of our text formatting. So let's go to the first slide. I'm going to select my main heading and I'm going to change the font type. You can select the text or you can just select the placeholder. It really doesn't make a difference. And then you select your Home tab, and on the font group you can make changes. So I'm going to look for a nice kind of font, so let's use Baskerville. I'm also going to increase the font size. You can do that by selecting the drop down and selecting the correct size, or you can make use of the buttons next to the text box to increase and decrease the size. So let's make it nice and big so everyone can see it. I'm also going to apply bold formatting to my heading so it stands out. And now I'm going to change the color of the font. Now when it comes to color, it's very important that you keep in mind that you're going to probably project the presentation. So you'll need to find colors that contrast well and have a look at it on the data projector before presenting it, because sometimes when you're working on your computer or laptop, the color doesn't look exactly the same as when you're projecting it over a data projector. Okay, so let's have a look. It's black at the moment. I'm going to change it to a nice dark blue. Let's also quickly edit our subheading just a little bit. Let's make it slightly bigger. And let's change it to italics. At this point you should note that the highlighting feature that you can use in Word is not available in PowerPoint. So let's go back to our cooking class heading. If you wanted to highlight this heading, you would have to change the fill of the actual placeholder. So I'm going to select my placeholder and then I'm going to select my shape fill. And now you can put in some kind of background color. Remember to make sure that it's high contrast so it's easy to read. I'm going to select green here. Okay, you can also change the size of the actual placeholder. If you wanted to make that bigger or smaller, you can just click and drag to do that. Some paragraph formatting is also available in your PowerPoint presentation software. So just like in Word where you would set your bullets and numbering, you can also do the same in a PowerPoint presentation. Let's go to our third slide where they have the syrup preparation, and I'm going to change this to numbering so that you have a sequence list of what you need to do. So I've highlighted the relevant information. And now on my Home tab, instead of using bullets, I'm going to select numbering. I'm going to do the same on the fourth slide, where we've got the ice cream preparation. I'm going to highlight and then select numbering. Indentation can also be done. Just like in Word, you can use your ruler, and you can use your objects on your ruler to do your indentation. Or you can press the tab button on your keyboard. If you don't have a lot of text on your slides, which you really shouldn't, you can make use of line spacing to add some white space in between your lines. So let's have a look at how to do that. I've highlighted the numbering, or the 4 steps in our ice cream preparation. And then on our paragraph settings on our ribbon, you'll find the line spacing over here. You can see it's single line spacing at the moment. I'm going to change it to double line spacing. That will also make it easier to read the information if you were to project it onto a screen. Let's quickly have a look at OpenOffice. In OpenOffice, you can do everything that we just did in Office 2010. So for instance, let's have a look at how to change the bullets to numbering. So you'll highlight your text, right, And then on your commands, you will find the numbering. Here's bullets and numbering command. Select that. And then select numbering type. I'm just going to select the first option. And then I'm going to select OK. You'll notice that in OpenOffice, when I select different parts of the screen, the commands available at the top of your screen will change accordingly, so they're context sensitive. So at the moment they have your line color and background colors, for instance, but as soon as I click on some text, the different text options will become available. Always keep in mind that formatting should be kept to a minimum and that it should enhance your presentation. It should never detract or distract from the presentation. So think about the colors that you're using, how big your font is, and how you're going to present it to your audience. Like I've mentioned before, if you're going to print it out, it doesn't matter if you've got small text on there, but if you're going to present it using a data projector, you want to make sure that everyone will be able to read the information. That concludes our lesson on formatting parts of a presentation.